Artificial intelligence
India Startup 360, an ecosystem which offers a comprehensive solution to the three key problems faced by startups, namely, mentor, money and market. IS 360 is organizing a virtual Startup Expo 2021 from 7th to 9th of May. Key attractions of this virtual expo: startups can digitally showcase their capabilities and interact with mentors, investors and buyers. Entrepreneurial Development Program on 7th and 8th by Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust and IS 360 jointly. Leading public sector banks like SBI, IOB, IDBI, Indian Bank, Bank of Baroda and Bank of Maharashtra have exclusive finance arrangements with Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust. Startups can avail of collateral-free loans of up to 25 lakhs. Bharatiya Yuva Shakti Trust provides this facility in 12 clusters across India. Pitch day for growth startups seeking funding from angel investors and venture capitalists on the 9th of May. Finance partners like AH Ventures, Growth Launchers, Letwing Ventures, UK India Startup Corridor and United Business Ventures, Mars Foundation etc. will focus on growth startups looking for equity funding. IS 360 will also be launching their ambitious Business Idea Generation Big Meets program on the 9th of May formally. Many ADP cell or incubation centers across India shall be taking part in this mega event and present the pitch desk. The registration can be done using this link. If your invitation cell is willing to jointly organize the event and promote it aggressively, please feel free to contact us.
In 2013, we started SV Innovation Foundation. In fact, it's basically my idea which has been duly supported by Honorable Chairman of Samvidyalaya Khelari Mandal, Shri Vallabhbhai M. Patel, who is also President of Kadisi Vishwavidyalaya. And after immediately Diwali vacation, he called me and said, you float SV Innovation Foundation as soon as possible. In fact, we were mentoring and giving project assistance for the years to the students for doing several projects. At that point of time, we used to give some 50 lakh rupees to the students and 50 lakh rupees to the faculties for promoting research. And then we started formally SV Innovation Foundation. At present, we have more than 55 registered ideas. Personally, I mentor 22 ideas, and we have incubation space where we used to mentor different ideas ranging from AgriTech, innovation, from content-centric issues. Then we have manufacturing 4.0, we have health tech, smart and shared mobility, and various other issues, artificial intelligence, machine learning, data mining, neural networks, and many more. So, the basic task of SV Innovation Foundation is to find out grassroots level students and innovators who are working there in the remotest corner of Gujarat or outside Gujarat, and we are identifying those students and researchers. We promote them with three different ecosystems. First ecosystem is supported by Industry Commissionerate Government of Gujarat, where we assist an idea for prototyping and commercialization to the extent of 21,28,000. 10 lakh rupees for prototyping, 10 lakh for marketing, and 1,20,000 as marketing allowance. Then we have student startup and innovation policy, where we have a fund of 1 crore at university, where we are supporting every student. So if he or she has a great idea to the extent of 2 lakh rupees. Third, we have the ecosystem called Gujarat Informatics Limited, which specifically focus on computer-based startups. There also we promote the students and incubate. They may get the fund to the extent of 10 lakh rupees.
So basically, SV Innovation Foundation is affiliated by Kadisi Vishwavidyalaya and Government of Gujarat, and we are incubators of Government of Gujarat and Industry Commissioner. So basically, we need to generate the idea which is relevant to the entrepreneurship, and based on the idea, we can generate into reality. And after that, the screening and the presentations of the idea, we can able to generate to submit the application to the Government of Gujarat and Industry Commissioner. And after the scrutinize and the evaluation of the ideas and the presentation, based on that, we can able to release the fund.
We try hard for getting some more funds from Niti Aayog and DST. We want to run SV Innovation Foundation at present only we are 5-year-old incubation center. In time to come, we will scale up this and we reach to the extent of 100 crore rupee projects and ideas who are in the process. So, as CEO of SV Innovation Foundation, I welcome those aspiring researchers, innovators, or scientists who want to commercialize our technology. Thank you for listening.
Agriculture is not profitable since farmers and farmer producer organizations FPOs are concentrating only in production activities and selling their produce at lowest level of agriculture value chain. Rural youth migrate to urban areas in search of employment and live a hectic life for not getting their satisfied level of jobs. SHG women are taking loans from past 20 plus years and they are only concentrating on credit and thrift mode of operations, but their livelihoods are not much improved. Solution for all these problems can be achieved through establishment of mini food processing units and transferring the benefit gained from these value addition services to the farming community. Agriga aims to be an one-stop, unique, holistic, entrepreneurial ecosystem model of integrated training and manufacturing unit, where the trainees comprising of youth, farmers, women, and FPOs will be provided with a platform of rural entrepreneurial opportunities, which is a combination of hands-on training, supplement with required business development mentoring and hand-holding support, thereby helping them equip themselves with all the required skill and knowledge to initiate their own small-scale Agriga business units.
artificial intelligence,
Agriculture is not profitable since farmers and farmer producer organizations FPOs are concentrating only in production activities and selling their produce at lowest level of agriculture value chain. Rural youth migrate to urban areas in search of employment and live a hectic life for not getting their satisfied level of jobs. SHG women are taking loans from past 20 plus years and they are only concentrating on credit and thrift mode of operations, but their livelihoods are not much improved. Solution for all these problems can be achieved through establishment of mini food processing units and transferring the benefit gained from these value addition services to the farming community. Agriga aims to be an one-stop, unique, holistic, entrepreneurial ecosystem model of integrated training and manufacturing unit, where the trainees comprising of youth, farmers, women, and FPOs will be provided with a platform of rural entrepreneurial opportunities, which is a combination of hands-on training, supplement with required business development mentoring and hand-holding support, thereby helping them equip themselves with all the required skill and knowledge to initiate their own small-scale Agriga business units.
So, very good morning to one and all, and welcome to the Independence Day celebration of India Startup 360's AgriTech Expo, jointly organized by. One second. Yeah, very good morning and welcome to India Startup 360's AgriTech Expo, jointly organized by First World Community. And today we are celebrating the 75th independence of India, and we are definitely privileged to have a galaxy of people to gather here and then grace the occasions. We have our eminent Dr. P. Shekhar, who is there, the instrumental behind many great initiatives of India. He is the chairman of global startup missions. I mean, the foundation of Smart City Foundation and also the Microtech Global Foundation. Authored more than about 150 books. So it will be our great privilege and honor to launch one of his books on agriculture, and that will be done by eminent Dr. C.K. Ashok and, of course, the Vice Chancellor of the Tamil Nadu Agricultural University jointly. So, by the time the other dignitaries join, before wasting the time, I would like to introduce two eminent young innovators who are here. Mr. Benjamin Raja from Coimbatore, and he's got an initiative called Farm Again. Raja, can you tell me what is that name, Farm Again? Okay, okay. And we have another young scientist, Mr. Balaji Vardhan. He is spearheading the initiative of a club called Tamil Robotics Clubs, and he has got many inventions to his bag. A brief introduction, Balaji. You need to unmute, Balaji.
Be their own innovator of their own project. So they'll have a lot of scope for the innovations happening. So currently, I'm focusing on bringing this technology into agriculture, like pesticide spraying drone, which is vastly applicable only in Western countries or South Asian countries. So I'm working on a cost-effective formula, so this can be reached to all the farmers within India, within our nation, which will indirectly affect their our national economy. And second one is about the smart farming system, which is close to Benjamin's SaaS model. So again, that is again working with a lot of sensors, so which will bring an impact for the proper cultivation and crop building facility.
Maybe you can start your presentation, Balaji. Then we'll go ahead. So you can introduce your products or whatever it is. If you have any PPT, you can share it also. You are not audible.
First, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So firstly, it's about the pesticide spray drone. As I said, the DJI drones which is available in the China, it is very cost, like almost 14 lakhs, which is widely used for the agriculture purpose or for the spraying purpose. So when we are working on that kind of model or developing a prototype or POC, it's a very, very huge challenge for us because we are working with young research scholars. So we just taken the technology with Make in India concept. So how much propellers or how much all these components are available in the Indian market, how we can, whether it is viable. So these are the challenges. These are the challenges that we have faced. But currently, we have developed, and with the help of an institution in Tamil Nadu, and we have given the prototype as well successfully. But as you all aware, so when we are thinking about a challenge or possibility of whether the farmers can actually deploy a drone at this point of time in India to use. So everyone, even the big, all the dignitaries present here, would definitely think it's a very big challenge, right? Or in terms of cost or in terms of operations, you definitely. So we were more focused on the technology is not an important here, but I'm more focused on how this can be brought to every small village in Bihar, somewhere in Bihar, or somewhere in southern part of Tamil Nadu or Kerala, tea estates. So that's what we are planning. So it's more about the model, the business model, rather than the technology that I'm working on. First one is, as we have mentioned, it is the cost. Yes, we have worked it on and we have brought it on to almost 1:3%. And how this farmers can definitely think this. So my idea is, instead of selling this product or instead of taking this technology, taking this 5-liter spraying drone and selling it to the market, which is definitely a huge task. But my idea is to develop a service hub center or a rental hub center in each of the every cooperative society, agriculture society present within our nation, or closest to that particular zone, so that every farmer, like when tractor has been introduced, when tractor was introduced to modern agriculture system, no one was very happy. I mean, not all the farmers were very happy and easily adopted to it. It took time from their manual traditional plowing method to the tractor system. Same with the harvesting machine. Like when, like couple of decades back, nobody were like, they were all scared about this manpower would be lost or so many things. But now every village is harvesting only with the help of harvesting machine. Similarly, my model or my passion is to take this drone technology, the specialized spraying drone, to be present in each closest zone of the cooperative society. The farmers, so whenever they wanted to do this pesticide spraying or any spraying kind of facility, so they would easily call us or dial us, or with the help of an app, they'll book our service, so that our pilots or our engineers would go to the service and they will do the manual piloting or the automated piloting for them, and then they'll be back to that hub. So this is one of the USP that I'm working on, which is in the prototype level now. We have tested it at the prototype with the 2 liters of drone. So what are the USPs or what are the unique
If you have any
benefits to this?
images or videos or PPT, you can share it, Balaji.
Yes, I have actually, unfortunately, I'm logged in from my mobile now. So
You
if
can
someone
still
can assist
present
me
it.
with, yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
Just
Let me try. Give me a minute.
you please make it horizontal. You can rotate the.
Is it visible, sir?
It is visible. If you want, you can make it as a horizontal one. Yes.
So this we have developed with the help of our research scholars team on our own. So this will carry up to 2 liters of pesticide. So this technology is now currently in most of the South Asian countries, especially China, they've completely adopted, or Malaysia and Philippines at all. Even in India, I'm not the first person to develop this, but as I said, we are much focused on taking this technology to everyone rather than staying. I mean, retaining this innovation to some company or some individual. I'm working more on the business model, so this can reach every farmer or every end customer. So yes, this is in the form that we have done at the backside of the college campus. So this for either for crop cultivation like tea, or even it might be a sugarcane, the altitude of almost 6 to 8 meter. I mean 6 to 8 feet and all. So the uniform spray will be done, and there is a survey or there is a census saying there are many farmers' life lost during this pesticide spraying through manually, and also they are allergic to many skin and eye related disease over the period of time for the farmers. So this method will mainly address these two issues, and also the spray will be very uniform. And again, this drone will be added with more features like checking the nutrient level or the water moisture level and irrigation level. So a lot of features can be added to the same level of drone. So this can be worked as increasing the runtime and also increasing the payload capacity. Up to 25 liters we are working on, but that can be gradually is from 2 liters, 5 liters to up to 25 liters. The same model has been developed by IIT as well, and they have given this kind of drone during this COVID pandemic situation to spray sanitizers and disinfectants for the government buildings.
What about the power backup? How much time it can fly, basically?
Okay, now we have this prototype level. It will be done only for few minutes, like almost we can say now our battery backup it is 3 minutes, but we can extend it for almost 20 minutes when we are going to invest a lot on this, because the battery, the propellers are the main components which add more value to this drones.
Okay, very good.
So the working model or the fully functioning model, it will maximum we can have it like we should change the battery like for every one round of spray, or every 15 minutes or every 30 minutes of spray we'll have to change the battery. So that's how our engineers would work. That's how the service team that we are planning it on. So they will be equipped, they'll go to the farm with such kind of facilities. So the farmers don't have to have awareness on learning this technology. They all have to do is to adopt to this technology. So that's my motto.
Is there any possibility that you program it in such a way, like any CNC machine or something like that? Okay, you can travel this much of length and breadth in a particular time or something like that. A little amount of automation is done because now you are navigating with the help of your remote control. So there is
Yes,
always a possibility of
automation.
any, yeah. So is there any
Yes,
possibility? Are you working in that
yes, yes.
direction?
Yes, we are working in the automation level as well, because this is a manual. As we have mentioned, this is a prototype. But what we are thinking about is developing a fully automated drone with satellite and GPS system. So we'll have to map the farm. For example, like the one more biggest challenge in our Indian farming system is the lands are widely dispersed. For example, a landowner would be having hectares of land. Similarly, the next neighbor, the next landowner would have a small piece of land. So these are the challenges. If someone is seeing the drone flying in their own farm, nearby to the farm, there is a threat that it will project it in a different way. So what we are planning is the automated drone, and there are few regulations that compliances to be followed when it comes to drone. So to answer your question, sir, yes, we are working on fully the automated drone, but the cost and the production of that it will be very huge when compared to this prototype.
See, when
But
it
there is a
comes to the question
possibility.
of innovation, you need not be skeptical or bother about the cost aspect. So don't ever
But
try
we have the
to price it
technology,
at a lower techno cost. You know, okay, at 10,000 rupees I want to offer or something. Need not be the case. Once when you develop
right?
the prototype, then the cost minimization can always be worked out when you go for the mass production or something like that. This is my
I
humble opinion. Nevertheless, it's a very
agreed,
good
sir.
effort.
Agreed.
So, any other product you are working which can be used for the agricultural purpose or something like that?
This is our complete project that we are working currently on. We also have other products like what Benjamin sir has mentioned. We are working on a completely automated IoT based agriculture farming system. So with the help of sensors, so it will monitor the moisture level. It will monitor the power level, that is the electricity within that farmhouse, and then the nutrient level also. So it will send the data through augmented reality to the user. So the user does not have to be physically present in the greenhouse or the smart farming system. So they will analyze the data. They'll know how to or control the environment within the smart hut. system. So that is again at the POC level now. But since Benjamin sir is present here, so I would like to give more opportunity for him, and I also am very eager to learn more from him.
No, of course, that should be the attitude. No? Wherever the technology is available, you need to learn and you need to give both the way it is. Anyway, thank you very much.
I have some small comment, Partha and Balaji. See, this is such a wonderful product. He should offer it as a service. Okay, he should not just anybody. You should take a full region. Suppose you take a region of 100 square kilometers. Since you have got a GPS system, you have mapped it out. So that even if there are two, people who don't like each other, they may not both like, mind giving you or your distributor the right to service, because you know better. You know which cultivation will have what sort of deliverables, what sort of spray you got to give, how you have to give. Once you do that, you have a wonderful market, not only in India, outside India, and like you said, there are many who are doing it. There's nothing rocket science about it today, but this is a rocket science. Okay.
Yes.
So, from the other angle that others cannot done, there's not rocket science. But yes, sending something up and spraying it, this is a rocket science. So it's a wonderful thing. But very carefully you should manage. You should have the first few clients who should watch for you. Many times where people say, we are in a hurry to do something and then get some bad name. Because this has got so many security implications. This has got implication in terms of, life of a person, life of the crop, life of the animal, and the life of your own drone. So all the three are important. Suppose you do something and the drone get destroyed, you lose. Suppose you do something and the crop does not grow, then again you lose. And you do something which has got security implication, you got your own problem. So if you do those things carefully, this will be something wonderful for the whole country and many places outside India. I think you're doing a good job.
Rather, you should start working along with the FPOs as a community, instead of just going for one farmer here and there. You should always try to work with groups. We have Dr. Murugesan and so many other people. Maybe you can interact with them and take it up further as a case study and start validating your product. That innovation need to be validated and it could be made usable to the community. And that is where the real charm is. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for your time. I now have privilege to welcome Dr. CK.
Can I have one more input here?
No, we'll have the session because our dignitaries have arrived. We'll just so I take pleasure in welcome Dr. CK Ashok Kumar and Dr. Dhyaneshwar Bagchure. So can you please unmute your cameras and come online, Dr. Bagchure?
Yeah, unmute. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Yeah, very good morning to you. So thank you, and thanks for your valuable time. I would like to introduce our founder of First World Community, Dr. CK Ashok Kumar. He is there right now in Chennai and busy planting some trees on the Independence Day. So everybody is preoccupied with some responsibility or other, but nevertheless, we are very happy to connect people like Dr. Shekhar and Dr. Dhyaneshwar and other things. So just to give a brief introduction about Dr. Dhyaneshwar, he is the person working on the agricultural medicines for many years, from almost 20 years, if I am correct now, from Maharashtra. And he has spearheaded many initiatives also on this aspect. Dr. Bagchure, can you just give a brief introduction and maybe start your proceedings? Because you also have some other assignment to do.
Yes, sir. So basically, I am working in agriculture since from last 20 years. I have completed my MSc entomology and PhD in nematology. And we have started our input manufacturing at Maharashtra, and we are manufacturing biopesticides and biofertilizers for agriculture, organic agriculture. Basically, I am zoologist, but I have done my research work in biopesticides and organic agriculture. After 2005, we have started planting these medicinal plants in our local area, and after 2010, we have established our Ayurvedic formulations also for these organic poultry medicine and human health care. So this is a little my brief introduction. Today, I would like to focus on biopesticide for organic agriculture. Basically, India is an organic-based country, and biopesticides is the main input which is used for organic agriculture since last 20 years. Before that, before biopesticides, farmers are using cow dung and cow urine and like this practices. But after the big research in this field, biopesticide come into the picture, and they are playing a great role in organic agriculture. Actually, many people they are doesn't know what exactly the biopesticides. So biopesticides are inoculum-based formulation that controls pests and diseases organically. And these biopesticides have basic three formulations, that is fungi-based formulation, bacterial formulations, and viral-based formulations. So in fungi-based formulations, basically Trichoderma viride, Verticillium lecani, Metarhizium anisopili, Ampelomyces pisqualis, and Beauveria bassiana is the main these biopesticides. Few of the biopesticides, they are entomopathogens, means they are causing harm to specific insects. That's why they are called as entomopathogens, and they are very particular and very species specific. They are not harming the environment. Likewise, in case of bacterial biopesticides, Bacillus thuringiensis, you must heard about the BT cotton. This is because of this Bacillus thuringiensis. And Bacillus subtilis is another bacteria that is useful in fungi-based and bacterial blight, which is occurred in pomegranate since last 15 years. And this biopesticide is working very effectively. And another biopesticide is Pseudomonas fluorescens and Bacillus spermus. Bacillus spermus is the entomopathogen. It controls nematodes, basically. And virus-based biopesticide that include HNPV, SNPV. Means Spodoptera is the main pest in India, and Helicoverpa is main pest in cotton. And these two pesticides, that is virus-based pesticides, playing a big role in this organic sector, and they are very safe and species specific. Basically, each and every biopesticide is species specific. That's why their mode of action do not harm another beneficial microorganism, another beneficial things which are present in the ecosystem. These biopesticides are eco-friendly and residue-free. Unlike that chemical pesticides, they leave residue and that harms the human and his domestic environment. So these biopesticides are residue-free, and these are alternative to synthetic pesticides. If these biopesticides used in primary stage, initial stage, they can reduce the synthetic pesticide load in the environment and basically in the crop. These biopesticides are very cost effective and easy to operate, easy to handle. So these are some important benefits of these biopesticides. these are multi-beneficiary for crop production, multiple beneficiary for crop production, and that are useful in managing these ecological balances. And that is about brief about biopesticides. Apart from this, our group is manufacturing Ayurvedic medicines. Recently, we have established two products, Protec and Cafex. That two products are used as a antiviral for this COVID-19, and Cafex is for reducing symptoms caused due to COVID-19. And we have published a patent with the help of University of Mumbai, and recently we are working on these Ayurvedic human medicines, and we have saved about 2 lakh people's livelihood in this COVID second wave in Maharashtra. So this is about little work we have done in this sector, and I really thankful to Dr. P. Shekhar, Dr. Ashok Kumarji for arranging this today's conference and talk for knowing what is going on in agriculture sector. And I say that this sector can be the future big sector of this organic agriculture. Today even our PM focused on organic agriculture and small lively marginal farm. They are thinking for marginal farmers. So this organic sector and these biopesticides are helpful for uplifting these farmers from their to enhance their economy. So this is about my work. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Vakure has done huge work. Just to give a little bit more introduction, he has done huge work in agro-medicine. In both, he has got more than maybe about 50 or so good product, and he has got a lot of international rewards, which he has to capitalize. And he is working from Nasik, which is a green place from Maharashtra. Maharashtra, most of the food comes from Nasik, and that's what he's working from. And he's also having the blessing of Shirdi. So Shirdi is the place where the actual location which he's operating from. Best wishes to him, and I hope others also will benefit from the good work he's doing.
Thank you.
Very kind of very kind of you, Dr. Dhyaneshwar, for your valuable inputs. I'd just like to have some few words from Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar. Any queries? Because he is very much into this organic farming and is an enthusiast of agri medicines as well. I don't know. He's also driving somewhere. Maybe he's lost his connection. Anyway, thanks for your valuable time and your
He's come back. Dr. Ashok has come back.
Hello?
Yeah, Dr. Ashok is there.
Dr. Ashok?
He came and then again he dropped.
That's what he said.
My signal is weak. I think it is quite a wonderful session on biopesticide. So please go ahead, Partha. My signal is weak. I will join you shortly.
Okay. So kind of you. So to continue with the proceedings, we have Mr. Benjamin Raja, who is here to showcase his innovations on this IoT and other technologies. So, Benjamin, can you come live?
Yes.
So you can start your presentations, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pata. So good morning, everybody, and I'm really happy to be able to present on this Independence Day. I'll share my presentation right now. Okay, so As I briefed at the introduction, uh, our company's name is Farm Again, and the reason for framing this name Farm Again was to send a message that there is a need to look at farming from a different perspective, which is why the name Farm Again came in. And our tagline is Harvest the Unharvested. The word unharvested, as you may all know, is incorrect English. But the reason we coined that is because there is a lot of harvest that we can still realize, which in today's context goes without realization, which is the reason for this tagline, Harvest the Unharvested. So what I'm going to talk about is smart agriculture using IoT and artificial intelligence. So what we have is a technology called Grotron, which is an autonomous precision farming technology.
Morning, sir.
Just to give a quick brief about what is smart farming. So anything smart has to have data. So it has to be data driven, and the way we collect data has to be systematic, and there needs to be a predictability around it, and we should be able to analyze the data we collect, and post analysis we should be able to take corrective actions, and hence a continuous improvement cycle. And if you're able to do this, we can call our farming as smart farming. Now, um, since we are talking about agriculture, one of the most fundamental things about agriculture is photosynthesis. We would have studied during our primary school, but this basically is the Holy Bible when it comes to agriculture. So, what happens is that during photosynthesis, the sunlight is processed by the chlorophyll of a plant. And during that time, what happens is the plant takes in the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. And also, if the air water balance of the root zone is perfect, and if the necessary minerals are available in the soil, then the plant, in fact, takes the minerals from the soil, and the energy of this, I mean, from the sunlight is stored in the leaves or flowers or fruits, which is basically sugar. And if you look at the table on the right side, are the 16 elements that the plants require, and there is a composition as published by the Wageningen University of Netherlands. So the key takeaway from this slide, why I present this, is because the important thing here is to have the right air-water balance at the root zone and to have the right composition of minerals at the root zone. And whether it is organic or inorganic, the point to note is the plants understand these minerals and they take these minerals. While inorganically, you may supply the minerals as it is. Organically, what we do basically is to enhance the soil to a level where the minerals are made available naturally. So that's the difference between organic and inorganic. So once we have this understanding, I will now talk about the technology that we have brought to the market. So, if you look at these rectangles at the bottom, are the, let's say, they are the plots, each of which is individually controlled by a valve. And what we do is we implant necessary sensors, which could be soil moisture, soil temperature, the EC, especially when we cultivate with coco peat, and pH. And we can also have nutrition monitoring sensors, although technically they have not really matured at this point in time. And the data from these sensors are then communicated over to the cloud, which is where the beauty of artificial intelligence take place. The artificial intelligence, for those of you who may not have a great understanding, I'll just brief very quickly. Um, the formula based calculations, say a plus b whole square equals something, right? So that is written on stone, and there is, I mean, anyone applying the formula will get the same result. But when the environmental factors are so different, varying, like in agriculture, the soil type could be different from farm to farm, the temperature could be different, the evaporation loss at a place could be different from another, the transpiration loss could be different. So the combinations of parameters are highly variant. Therefore, what artificial intelligence can do is can work on unknown conditions that has not been addressed before with a greater level of accuracy. While it may not have the same accuracy of working on a formula, it could still have an accuracy which is very close, and over a period of time, it'll become mature on its own. So in our case, what it can do is a couple of things. One, when it comes to the root zones air water balance, over a period of a month to two from the time of installation in the farm, it'll perfectly get the right air water balance of that soil and ensure that it is maintained at all times. Similarly, nutrition, based on what nutrition works well, where the harvest is more, the system has the ability to auto adjust even the fertilizer inputs. And if it is a protected structure, what is very important is to make sure the climatic condition inside is really maintained optimally. Temperature, humidity, and even carbon dioxide. So our system has the ability to mature the level of temperature and humidity maintained in the farm over a period of time. Again, it's about a month to two to absolutely mature from the time of installation. And the Grotron as a system has the ability to even close or open the curtain based on the sun intensity, inject carbon dioxide when the carbon dioxide goes low.
Hello?
As you recall from the previous slide, carbon dioxide is one of the vital essentials for the photosynthesis to successfully take place. Therefore, carbon dioxide injection is a vital part. And the whole operation, it involves maybe opening a valve, turning a pump on, and injecting the fertilizers. All of that happens with no human intervention whatsoever. Therefore, the anomalies, the errors are eliminated to a near zero percentage. And the if you look at the Indian context, we still run into grid problems. I mean, when there is something that is essential that needs to be done, there may not be power in the farm. So a lot of modern farms do have generators installed in the farm. So Grotron has the ability to turn that on when it is required and turn it off when it is no more required. And not last but not the least, we have given a traceability with a QR code. What this traceability can do is if a farmer records his harvest on our tool, then it establishes a traceability of where it was produced, what methodology of farming was followed, what kind of pesticides were sprayed, all the way to the end consumer, and what he wants to disclose is up to him or her, so they can control the kind of information they would like to publish as part of this traceability. And this is how the information is presented both on mobile phones and desktop applications. And an additional information that I wanted to give, which to complement Mr. Balaji, who first presented, is that we have already worked on a drone and robo technologies. So drone cannot be used for pesticide spraying everywhere, because most of the pests lie under the bottom of the leaf, not on top. So we have been doing this R&D since 2015, and we have matured to a level now where the drones and the robots both can autonomously operate. Because our farms and plots are geofenced on Google Maps, they can take a flight with no prayer configuration whatsoever. They can go to the plot, pray, come back, and both the robots and drones can do that. Depending on what crop it is, we choose either drone or robots. So that technology has already been built, and we are now testing it out. It can fly. The robots, the drones can fly for nearly 30 minutes at the moment, and the robots can work for nearly 2 hours before refueling. So the reason I'm showing this app is to indicate that the level of information that we get from a farm, and again, no data is entered by anybody. These are all the data that comes straight from the sensors, therefore highly reliable. And as a fundamental of smart farming, this data can be analyzed sometime in the future for a higher level of optimization. And these are some of the pictures. So this is how the device looks in a farm. So you can see this is a sugarcane farm and tomato, vegetable, coconut, so on and so forth. And I'm not going into the details of this, but this is just to indicate the kind of information, the level of information you can get about a farm, the minute level. I mean, very similar to any industrial automation, right? And of course, we have received several awards. These are awards, both of these were received from the Government of India in 2018. And since then, we have received several awards, both inside India as well as outside. And very quickly, I'll show a 1-minute video to give a good understanding of the technology.
Join
So it is
பண்ணுங்க சார்
basically we
பண்ணிட்டீங்களா
highlight high yield with less
கேமரா
water,
அன்மியூட்
and
பண்ணுங்களா சார்
it is a completely autonomous irrigation system.
ஓகே ஓகே இருக்கு
So it can
இருக்கு
sense the soil and the ambient parameters all 24
வந்துருங்க
hours.
வந்துருங்க வந்துருங்க
This is in Tamil Nadu Agri University. We in fact cultivate paddy with Grotron. This is one of those pictures of paddy growing. This is tomato, and this is brinjal. So you can see the health of the plant when it is autonomously done using artificial intelligence as a backbone. The yields are up by at least 50%, and the water requirement comes down by another 50%, and which directly translates to reduction in electricity. So this is coconut farm. So coconut farm, we have in fact improved the productivity from 80 nuts per tree per year average to nearly 140 per tree per year, and we have targeted now 210 per year per tree, and with that goal we are working now. So this is how the fertigation system looks. And this is again the Tamil Nadu Agri University trial field where Grotron works in producing paddy. So that's my presentation. Thanks much for the time. And over to Mr. Pata.
Yeah, thank you very much, Benjamin, for your wonderful inputs. In fact, even the photos, they themselves look much pretty, and it is definitely, I would say, an intelligent farming rather than an artificial intelligent farming. So without wasting much time, I would like to invite our chief guest of the day, Dr. N. Kumar, from the Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. He has just joined us. So, Dr. Kumar, can you unmute your camera, please? Dr. Rajamani, can you assist him? Can you hear me, Dr. Rajamani? Unmuted. 1 second, there is an SOS call from them. Yes, sir.
Sir, video அங்க நீங்க மாஸ்டர்
இல்லையே, நாங்கள் ஒன்றுமே பண்ணல.
So audio is it? Can you hear the audio, sir?
நீங்க வேணா திருப்பி ரீஜாயின் பண்ணுங்களா அவசரம். Turn on camera. Control 4 board. Hello. Control C. Sir, please try rejoining once. Just leave and come back. Maybe the things will work. இந்த சவுண்டு கூட வரல. Yeah, just trying to fix up the issues. Hello.
Sir, is it audible? Can you hear our voice? Hello?
Yes, we can.
சார் சொல்லுங்கள் சார். ஹலோ. இல்லை ஒன்றுமே கிடையாது, எல்லாரும் பேசுகிறாங்க. நீங்கள் ஒரு தடவை லாக் அவுட் பண்ணிட்டு திருப்பி உள்ள ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க. உங்கள் சவுண்டு கூட வரல.
அப்படி சொல்கிறாங்களா?
Good morning to all of you.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning and welcome, Dr. Kumar.
Thank you. I'm sorry for the inconveniences.
It happens at times. So, we welcome heartily Dr. N. Kumar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. And he is here, of course, on this happiest occasion to launch the book of... Hello. Yeah, Dr. CK, we would like to welcome the chief guest.
Welcome, Dr. Kumar, Ashok Kumar of the India Vetiver Network. So happy to be here. It's an honor for us. So you are going to launch the book. We are happy, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Kumar, with your permission, I would just like to introduce Dr. P. Shekhar.
Yeah.
In fact, Dr. P. Shekhar is the chairman of Global Startup Smart City Panel, and also is the chairman of Microtech Global Foundation. He has authored more than about 120 books so far today on the national growth, and he is also the chairman of advisory boards of international chambers and associations. In fact, once the Ford magazine fondly called him as inventively pleasant. So that is his quality, I would say. So without spending much time, I would like Dr. P. Shekhar to come and give a small presentation on his book about the secured growth, secured agriculture and engine for techno-economic growth. Over to you, Dr. Shekhar, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Today I will, 1 minute. Can you run the thing?
You need to give me 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, I'll be able to talk more freely. Thank you, Dr. Kumar and Dr. Ashok Kumar. There are 2 Kumars, of course. So nice to, Kumar means very young. Okay. So I always say that we are the youngest country, 75-year-old, but the oldest civilization. We are a 10,000-year-old civilization, but youngest country. And as a young country, we have a lot of things to learn. We have a lot of things to go, because the expectations from the world, from India, is very, 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 very high. If you go to any part of the world, India is the only country in which you have a small cricket match or a film release, it will be houseful any part of the world. Even Hollywood cannot claim, and even anybody else cannot claim. So we are a welcome country. And agriculture is something which is really gone through a huge upheaval. About 40 years back, for the next week's food, we were waiting for a ship to land from USA, a ship to land from Europe, a ship to land from even some of the smallest countries. So, it was so embarrassing that even the Prime Minister at that time said, let us all starve for one day at least to conserve food. Today, we are a food excess country. Today, the main problem is so much of FCA godowns and FCA things and so many other things are full of food. There are people who have spoken today, they have made it happen. They have made India a proud place for the agriculture industry. But we have a lot of things to grow, a lot of things to do. What are the lot of things for? So I'm just going through even some portion which may come on the slide if it is presented. So because we have got every year a challenging task. We have 20 million new Indians going to come. That means we have to feed 20 million new Indians every year, 20 million extra Indians. And we have also to get them the job. We have also to get them the way forward. For that is our responsibility. That means imagine, spread over 10 years, we are going to be 200 million people more, 20 million multiplied by 10 years. So this is an upheaval task. But what we have done, I work on a concept called secure governance. In that, I'm just working on it 200 years of prosperity for Indians, okay, for the globe as such and Indians in particular. What are the things we should do, how we should plan, what we should do on a micro level, what we should do on a macro level, what we should do on a policy level. These are all things which I do in the secure governance. Agriculture forms in the top 5 bracket, along with infrastructure, along with education, and one or two more points are there. So that being the case, yes, this is the presentation. This is a long presentation, but I will present in about another 8 minutes. So I will not go through all the slides. This says that our Partha is doing an excellent job. Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar is doing an excellent job. Of course, our other people who have come as innovators, come as beneficiaries, come as people who are encouraging agriculture from an Indian point of view, and today from a global point of view. We are no more depending on the foreign food. We are now wanting to export. We are now wanting to tell the world that what we are doing, especially even I have got one more concept that India should be the food factory of the world, because Indian foods are highly welcome anywhere. You go to Paris and see that whatever that there's some South Indian hotel there, and that he has got a board in Tamil, very strangely, in Paris, and it is houseful with locals, not with Indians. So that is what is the brief of the food factory which we should do, which comes from the agri industry. Yes, please, next slide, please. I'll just go through very fast. Yes, this is the book we are going to mark, the one on the left side. The one on the right is like this. I have written more than 100 books on all aspects of economy, all sectors of economy, and all regions of economy. And of course, about 11, 12 of them are about foreign countries. I was invited to USA, UK, and all to write books on them. That also I have written. But 95% of the books are about India and how India can grow sectorially. And because if you don't combine various sectors, it not agriculture cannot grow by itself. That's why artificial intelligence people are sitting right here. People with IT, ICT are sitting right here. People with chemical background are sitting right here. People with organic background are sitting here. Because if we don't combine all, our prosperity will not be long lasting. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, this is a very important slide because many people, when I'm saying complexity of India, India means we should know that we are 206 countries put together in terms of population. We are the second largest country. From bottom to top, if you see, our number comes of 1.35 billion people by combining 206 countries. So we got all the complexities of 206 countries in terms of management. People like the vice chancellor that are sitting, they will know that in their seat, there are so much of complex problems. We are a country with complex culture, complex religion, complex languages, you name it, and all we have got. Now, whether this is an advantage or disadvantage is something which we for us to do. I'm trying to make it, and many of us are, of course, trying to make it to be an advantage for us. We were having very highly disadvantage. As we all know, that we were 32% of the world economy, and when we got freedom 70 years back, we were only 2% of the world economy, or even less. And our average age was 27 years. Okay, today it is 70 and plus. It is growing. We have added 850 million people from what we left us for 350 million people. So this 850 million people, to make them an asset, to make them a market, to make them a paying market is a challenge for every one of the decision makers, every one of this. We have got everything, even though we are generally projected as if we don't have land, we don't have money, we don't have water, we don't have anything. We got everything for next 200 years or more. Okay. So we should know that even as Indians, we, whatever place we live on, we are using only 0.45% of India. Okay, that means 99 point almost 55% is there to be there. Of course, here agricultural land is part of the 19%. Not that we are saying that place we can go and live, but where we actually live is only 0.55%. So we have got so many things to do. The next few slides I will just rush faster. Yeah, please next slide. Yeah, these are all competitive advantage. I will only make one sentence on each slide. That means, we are now tending to be at the top in many of the sectors, right? From pulses to milk to rice, everything. We are all now exporting. Our Indians are setting up factories in various other countries, and Indians are being welcome to come and sit from where we were, once crudely speaking beggars. We were all trying to take from outside world. Today we are trying to give, and we have a lot more to do, because when technology comes, there is going to be a huge sweeping change in the mindset, in the thinking, in the requirement, in the attitude, which agriculturalists have to take into their mindset. Yeah, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, this I will not go too much into detail. This is just the same continuity that in global we are expand. Next slide, please. Because time is short and we are all very keen to hear Dr. Kumar's. So I would now next few, this is just to show this will be available with Partha, and anybody can ask, because here I am trying to put a lot of facts, figures, policies, and the way the challenges can be taken. This is just to see that we are on a winning platform. Agriculture becomes the core. Agriculture today, almost 60% of Indians are agriculturists, and they become good. And we should also know that if this percentage will decrease drastically in another 10 years. Okay, but they will be profitably or more profitably positioned. As you know, Tamil Nadu itself is famous, where a very fine high-tech IT company has been set up in a farmland, and it is successfully serving. So those are all going to be the replacement industry once more automation takes place. Because without automation, we may not be able to give the quality, we may not be able to give the sustainability. So when the automation comes, obviously there will be repositioning, retraining, and when you do retraining, because Indians are so smart in their approach, because many times, even 40 years back when I did my MSc, many foreigners would come and say, oh, why didn't you come abroad? Why didn't you come abroad? I will ask him why. He'll say Indians are so smart that you may be in any subject, you come on top the other subjects. So that particular aspect of an Indian, we have to keep it up. And as the Partha and others are doing an immense job, we have to ensure that we capitalize on it and then take it forward. Now, next slide, please. Here, technology is going to play a huge role. We should not shun technology. Many times people are afraid that technology will try to give unemployment. Please do not worry about it, because right from the time when wheel got invented, right from the time when IC got invented, right from the time from IT got invented, people thought this is going to deprive. But it has to be taken very carefully. Of course, it should not be that we overdo technology. If we do overdo technology, yes, we are in for trouble, because nobody will gain. If people want to over-automate life, I always have one small statement that if you over-automate life, if you have highest expectations from artificial intelligence, believe me, we all will be in ICU. Why? Because in ICU, everything is served to you. Artificial intelligence, the nurse will serve you. We don't want to be in ICU. We want to be a living creature. We want to be an adventurous creature. And we should look forward to technologies which make life better, which make life good. And agriculture is something which will go for a huge amount of automation, huge amount of the one which was shown and by one of the speakers was excellent. Okay. So somebody may say, no, even the small child plays such a toy. Yes, that is required by agriculture also. Then it makes life good. It makes life efficient. It makes life very, very interesting. Yeah, next slide. Key agricultural trends, of course. There, next slide. These are not something which will take too much time. I will not go into these details. These are not available for anybody to see. I will directly go to the last 3 slides. Please just keep going. I'll tell you when it should stop. This agriculture irrigation management. This is more of a drip irrigation and modernization, how the water is to be conserved, how water is to be utilized. Next slide, please. This is the food processing industry. As I said, we have to be a food factory for the world because our food is one of the best foods in the world. We have traveled all parts of the world, and there's nothing better than Indian food. Many are coming back to Indian food after taking other foods. Of course, we have to do it very carefully because the world has got their own tastes, and we cannot impress our taste on them. But we have got a versatile. Yeah, next slide. Food processing industry is also growing by the day, growing by the minute. So it is something because there are 32 million Indians abroad. They become like our ambassadors for various things, and it is something which we should know that whatever we are doing, whether we want input in terms of technology from abroad, these are there. Whatever we are doing when we want to go abroad, these people are there as our, many of our speakers today some are from London, some are from Ghana, some are from Singapore, some are from other countries. So I'm sure they are all will help India to grow and help those countries also to grow. Next slide, please. Yes, this will take time. We will skip this. I'll directly go to the secure governance one. Yeah, because that's something where I might like to spend half a minute because it's very important for what we are talking. Next slide. Indian agriculture products and all are highly for international market, and there is a huge requirements which is not discussed at all. We only talk of some shortages, but not discuss that so much of requirements are there. Yeah, next. Yeah, next. Yeah, these are the challenges and opportunities because nothing comes without a challenge. But the opportunities are, believe me, far more than the challenges. Challenges are easily surmountable because agriculture is fully welcomed by many other countries. Next. Yes, some of the government policies I have tried to document, which are all favoring with huge funding support. But without that also we can do. We need not have to depend on government support. Yeah, please, next. Next slide, please. Yeah, next. I'll directly go to there's a slide on secure governance so that I can end and next slide, please. Next, budget support is there. Because this is a vast field. I'm trying to cover in 8 minutes time. Please bear it. Yeah. Next one. These are something which is very important because from the point of view of agricultural growth, okay. Because there's a multitude of agricultural growths. I'm now going to a concept called secure governance. Next slide. That will need 1 minute of description before I close the next. 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 This is innovation because agriculture calls for a huge amount of innovation. Yeah. No, this is the next slide. I will spend 1 minute extra. See, in all this thing, people would say, where does the money come from? Because everywhere, yes, please hold this. Hold the next slide. See, there is this concept called secure governance, which is my doctrine for self-sustained growth. Some of the largest projects in the world use this particular concept. This is by the value and valuation. Okay. Now, the moment an agriculture is there, today the land value is absolutely peanut compared to what you are calling as a city land value. That's what our own Vice Chancellor may have to listen to this more carefully because this is being done in Maharashtra in a very good way. Okay. So, once you convert this part of the land into any segment, without disturbing the farmers. We are mostly talking of wasteland. Okay, wasteland is near this land, they are of no use, and there you try to create a structure which will be for the agriculture people to have a self-sustained economy around their own region of work. Then there will be huge change in the valuation. Okay, secure governance principle works on the fact that through value valuation, your main growth will come almost free. Okay, to put it very crudely in a more understandable way, if you have a road, the moment the road is even conceived, values around the road go sky high. Today, no value is created for making the road. Road only goes by the toll, which has nothing to do with the value created by the road. And then in 20 years, you may get the cost of the road. Whereas when you see the value created, we have done a lot of people are doing PhD. Bombay University gives me every year 200 students to do research on this particular topic. We find that 3% of the additional value created is what the value of the main component. Suppose you have a 1,200 crore road, the value created by it is 3% of the value of the road. The same way, if you remove the word road and make a school, hospital, any sports auditorium, everything creates huge value. Okay, your own university, whatever it is, it would have created value, but the university itself would not have captured the value. Here, when you capture the value, there is money available. And there are international investors of the highest grade, they are waiting to fund India in this. This is called secure governance. Yes, next. Now I'm almost through. Yes, next. Yeah, this is the way the hub will be created, so that we don't disturb the farmers' land and create a hub around that land, and they all will become smart cities. Of course, my concept of smart cities is smart villages. We are not talking of smart city only as Bombay and Delhi. We are talking till the village level. And these are all today very well accepted, very well used in various forums. And these are all, there should be second to none in terms of technology, but technology needed by the center. Yeah. Next. I'm through. Yeah. Next. Next step, please. Yeah. So with that, I will, conclude this with the statement that agriculture is something very, very innovative, very much needed. They should not be seen as old and as something which is dilapidated. The type of importance we are giving to agriculture is not something which is good. We have to give far more importance, because agriculture is the one, even during this COVID time, we are all living because something has come as food from an agriculturist, not because of any others. So it has to have its own way, and this is the blueprint. The book which I have written is a blueprint for the growth of agriculture sector, to make it one of the most prominent sector, most respectful sectors. Agriculturists cannot be considered as something which is devoid of the respect which an IT professional governs, and they all should also have their own way of growth. And it is a multitude of sectors has to combine for the growth of agriculture. Thank you so much, and with that I hand it back to Partha.
Thank you very much, Dr. P. Shekhar. In Nichani, can we have that slide again, that book?
I had an excellent forward note from Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar. I'm sure he will read it out rather than be reading it.
It's a great honor for me to write to you, Dr. Shekhar. I think
So here is the book. Maybe I can request Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar and Dr. N. Kumar to jointly launch the book and then give their forwards to it.
Yeah, I'm very delighted to have the book launched today. It's a very appropriate time. So today is the 75th Independence Day. On this day, I think Dr. Shekhar has brought out this book called The Secured Agriculture, an engine for techno-economic growth. So on hearing his presentation, I was stunned, because very rarely people can have a vision for 200 years and with so much of precision and details. So I think he has rightly said many revolutions have come, but agri will stay on forever as long as the mankind is there. So I think, but it has to embrace the change, embrace the technology, and retains its originality, so that the whatever is the growth, it retains its originality. So that's what the secured agriculture is governance and various aspects of the economic growth. It has been very beautifully highlighted by Dr. Shekhar. So I am very honored to write the foreword for this book, which is very historic, and it will be a reference in all the agriculture colleges and also on the academy all over the world. So I'm also honored to have Dr. Kumar, Vice Chancellor of TNAU, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, the premier university of India. I think it is the oldest one when the British have come into this country, and it has more than 1,000 acres of. And the research of TNAU is the mother of research for many universities across the world, not only in India. I think many countries have come and learned many projects and technologies from TNAU, and that way TNAU stands first among the Indian universities for the research and the pioneering efforts they have done. So I am indeed honored to have welcome Dr. Kumar, and we are also connected very closely with TNAU, with our India Vetiver network. We have done a couple of projects and workshops in TNAU. We intend to do more workshops spreading the message what a small class can do to for the environment, for the protection of soil, water, and air. So I think TNAU has supported in a big way to attract the global communities. We are really happy to that Partha has brought in all the dignitaries and eminent personalities on the third day of the AgriTech. I wish all my independence greetings to all of you, and I will say conclude saying that agriculture is the soul of India, and we will put all our efforts to revive the agrarian economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar. And may I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. N. Kumar to give his keynote address and take the proceedings further. Over to you, Dr.
Thank you. Good morning to all of you. I also extend my heartfelt greetings on the eve of 75th Independence Day to all of you. I'm happy to take part in today's launching program of the First World Communities AgriTech Expo, which is being organized by Mr. Parthasadri, founder and CEO of Startup 360. I am also grateful to the CEO for inviting me to this program. I welcome the guest of honor, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, founder First World Community, and also for his nice words about our connectivity in terms of vetiver, World Vetiver program, which we had, I think, a couple of years back. I'm also getting this privilege to be the chief guest of this for this expo and to release one great publication by Dr. P. Shekhar, who is one of the pioneering microtechnologists in India and currently spearheading the Microtech Global Foundation and Micro Jai Kisan for remote management of irrigation water which is helping numerous farmers in India. In fact, his new publications on secured agriculture, an engine for techno-economic growth, would be of another milestone in this career. In fact, his talk, though it is very rapid and rushing through because of the want of time, very informative. At this juncture, I would like to record that our country's food production has gone up from 1960s nearly 6 times, and our food production nearly 10 times. It's all because of the hard work of our policy makers, hard work of our farmers, and also the technology by the various ICR as well as state agriculture universities. And our Dr. Shekhar was also making a mention about the food factory. So this food is becoming like technology based and also like an industry. And if you just analyze, our country has been exporting a lot quantity of paddy, rice, out of which 50% is from basmati and 50% is from non-basmati. Considering our local population, ethnic population spread over in South Asian and other countries, our university has recently released one basmati akin type of variety in paddy called as Vaigadam 1. Vaigadam is people who know about Madurai and Theni area are aware of the dam which is constructed across the Vaigai river near Madurai. From the research stations, we have released this variety, which is an improved version of the Siraga Samba, which is the local, our traditional variety, which is used for making biryani in Tamil Nadu and South India. This variety also we are trying to include under the export of our rice bowl through the help of ABIDA, and I hope this scented rice will be available across the world in different food industries in the days to come. And also our university is 50 years. We have completed this year. We are celebrating our golden jubilee year. As pointed out by Mr. Shekhar, this university is very old. Started the year 1906 by the Britishers as a college. Then it grew into a research institute subsequently and became an independent state agriculture university in the year 1971. And we made a socio-economic impact analysis of the different technologies, different varieties we have released. What is the impact it has made into the socio-economic aspects of Tamil Nadu farmers? To our surprise, that this particular aspect of high-yielding varieties, improved technologies, have, it is bringing out additionally 10,000 crores income to the Tamil Nadu farmers. So that is a what do you call that? A well documented statement for us to say that ENAU has contributed for the state welfare of the state farmers and also the nearby states and also to the whole of India. But still, many challenges are there. The land is becoming scattered and it is fragmented. Many issues are there. Then water is becoming a scarce commodity. Thanks to the micro irrigation, we are able to provide a lot of subsidy and water use efficiency in the last decade has increased by 100%. That was our assessment. Then soil health, we are giving a lot of importance. Our university is in pioneer in bringing out a lot of soil improving microorganisms, like in terms of biofertilizers, in terms of bioinoculants, and in terms of soil mineralizers, biomineralizers, so that soil health, particularly the organic matters, are improved. And climate challenge, climate change, everybody is aware that is a big challenge. Our university is bestowing much attention, and some of our varieties which were released very recently are able to withstand the climate change, and they are called as climate resilient improved varieties. In fact, the last 21 January, February, the Kaveri Delta had experienced unprecedented rain within a few days, especially when our crop was in the harvesting stage. Our new improved varieties are able to withstand the submerged conditions for nearly 10 to 15 days. In terms of education, university is progressing very well. Our university students are performing all India level very good. Nearly 330 students have backed the All India fellowships from our university itself, which was earlier only 5, 10 in single digit only. Last year we have got 330. So all this is contributed to bring our national ranking within about 5 among the state agriculture universities. So that's the reason why it is a much preferred destination for the aspiring students to study in agriculture. I'm happy to announce that we have 3,000 seats in the undergraduate program, for which we are getting around 50,000 applicants. You see the pressure. We are getting all these students are properly screened based on merit and transfer system we are admitting. So, and we are also at the same time in terms of research, we are giving a lot of emphasis for labor saving technologies because labor is not available. It's becoming a rare commodity. 100% farm mechanization is ensured in the case of paddy, and also we are now working out for sugarcane and other crops so that the production could be enhanced within the available land. We are giving importance for smart farming, vertical farming, and we are also using a lot of remote sensing. We are standardizing the latest drone technologies to deliver the fertilizers, deliver the pesticides, deliver even the herbicides, etc., so that in the days to come, agriculture will be liked and handled and preferred, improved sector by the students as well as who are connected to agriculture. That is our motto. So, with these few words, I also joined with Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, founder of the First World Community, in extending best wishes to Dr. Shegar, who has brought out the book on secured agriculture and engine for techno-socio growth, which is more relevant for the present day agriculture. Thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kumar, and thank for your thorough insight on the agricultural development and the activities done by the university. So, a few quick words from Dr. Shekhar.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's a very great privilege to hear university devoted to agriculture, and the two by a person with the full knowledge and eminence. Of course, for launching my book, I'd like to thank you personally. But from agriculture point of view, quite many new things have to be done, as I pointed out in my book. Because when agriculturalists change, many other sectors has to be part of agriculture. We cannot just divide ourselves; then we may get isolated now, which has happened in few sectors. That we should ensure it doesn't happen. And now, right from 80% agriculture, we went to 60%. It is less than 60% now. When others go, it should not look like they've gone out of agriculture. Agriculture is part of our life, unlike few sectors. So, even if an IT project is set up in an area, it should be part of the agriculture university. It should not be divided, but it should be like in our conventional industrial sense, we say JV, joint venture. It should be on the spirit. It should be taken. It should not be taken as if they have gone away from agriculture and said, then there would always be a clash of interest. So, in that broad basic way, like you rightly said, drone and other things your own university is using. Now, this should not be considered as outside the purview of agriculture. It should be considered as part of agriculture. Then what happens? Even you will be doing more research on IT, ICT, and all for agriculture, which will be part and parcel of the growth of this sector. So, with that few words, let me not take you again more time. And thanks to Dr. both the Kumars and Partha and the host of other dignitaries to make this a success. And let us make India, as I again repeat, my dream is food factory. India's food should be so famous that Indian agriculturalists and others would automatically grow. Thank you so much.
Dr. Shekhar, one quick question from me. In your book titled that Unleashing Prosperity of Overseas Indians for Strategic National Growth. So do you foresee that agriculture can play any role in that?
No, you see that unleashing this overseas Indians, I am seeing from a very different perspective. See, today we have got 32 million Indians abroad. Okay, I'll come to your question in another 2 minutes time, because I have to give the overview to come to the particular question. These 32 million Indians, many times we say, oh, India didn't do justice, so they have gone. I'm saying opposite. I'm saying each and every Indian who has gone, we have exported a supercomputer. Okay, we have exported something of that value, and they are doing full justice to India by bringing $85 billion every year to themselves. So there's not any government funding. We should not mistake that. But by that, where does these figures relate? We should see. One of the point I made in my presentation was the 20 million Indians who are coming every year. This we can never stop, because we cannot dream. Because Indians is a family-based company, a family-based country. Indians are very sentimental. Indians don't have the type of diverse rates which are there in abroad. So India is going to grow, whether we like it or no. The moment somebody becomes 25, 26, we keep asking where the good news. So that's part of the growth. Now, they will become a liability to us if you don't plan properly. So the overseas Indians and agriculture, I'll say, how does it come? The moment we send anybody abroad, they almost directly or indirectly support 10 people in India. So in my book, what I have tried to do is that I have said every year India should promote 3 million people to go abroad. Today it's only 3 lakh. That means almost zero we are at and right side. And there we are saying that every university, including an agriculture university of Dr. Kumar, should promote 10% of the students for potentially placing them abroad. Now, the mindset should not be that when somebody goes abroad, it is just like you are giving a daughter in marriage to somebody. She's not going because she doesn't like you. She's going because the life is going to change. So same way, these people are going as ambassadors of India. These are 2 words I'm coining, and a supercomputer. So these are all supercomputer which is going as ambassador of India, and they would naturally go there. Now, where does your agriculture come in picture? You link it to my concept of food factory. If I had to make food factory India's food factory, food cannot be exported. Agriculture product can be exported. Food has to be done. Food has to be done on the same day when you're consuming. When these people go, they would naturally have a food ingredients. Every state in India has got such special, and oddly, Tamil Nadu has got the largest number of food going from India. So, they all have to go through Indians going abroad. Agriculture is and variety of food which is being made. There are few foods which others may not like. Our spice of a higher grade, they may not like. So this overseas portion would automatically get linked to the growth of agriculture. Now that we are in food exporting country, after a few days it may dry out if we do not say what is our food going to do. Suppose we don't say what is our milk is going to do, what is our rice is going to do, what is our other pulses going to do. Before they get dried out, the food, we have to change the taste of the world to be more Indian. And we know Indian foods are really good for health. Okay, Indian foods are on any account. Nobody has any doubt. There are many Europeans who are so fond of Indian food. Of course, they praise more than what I like them to praise. They are totally blown by it. I know there are some 172-year-old lady in Europe. She says she's alive for the last 50 years only because Indian Ayurveda saved her. Because whatever drugs they had, they said this girl is going to die. When she was only 16 or 18. Now she is 72. And she has not even visited India. She is a Sanskrit scholar. So like that, there are many who are our indirect, again, ambassadors. And these people going abroad will be our direct ambassadors. And then agriculture will have a huge way to gain. Because we are now today a food, at least agri-export country. Yeah, Pastor.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for the thorough insight. And I heartily thank Dr. N. Kumar, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, and Dr. P. Shekhar for being the part of this wonderful program and making this session much more eventful, especially on this 75th Independence Day. We thank you heartily and thank you once again. So, as a part of this program, we have another important visitor from Ghana. So, there is a lady called Salai Manikam. May I request Vignesh to introduce Madam Salai Manikam and then let's have some words from her.
Sure, sir. I take privilege to introduce Miss Salai Manikam ma'am from Ghana. She is an social entrepreneur. She is a managing director at Arima Group and also leading various positions in the other forums. Welcome, ma'am, for the forum, please.
But also, let me also add, she is West Africa Center for Water, Irrigation and Sustainable Agriculture Sector Advisory Board member of World Bank, Association of African Universities, ECOWAS, and also Green Heart of Africa, company of into agriculture development, and also Uravan Organics of the Farmers Group, and also JITAG, Ghana India Trade Advisory Chamber, and also she has done so many pioneering work in supporting the Ghana rural community, and she has been a bridge between India and Ghana for a lot of agricultural as well as MSME cooperation. So I think really we are honored by the presence of Salai Manikam.
Yeah, welcome, madam. Are you there?
No, unmute.
Everybody, vanakkam. Thank you for the nice introduction given to me, and I'm so honored to be part of this wonderful team of people. It was very interesting to listen to the two speakers who spoke before me, and it is very inspirational also. We are apart from other projects, we are mainly focused on agriculture and agriculture related projects. And we also promote SME sector in Ghana. We work closely with the youth. We are knowledge partners for 10 universities in Ghana, Ghanaian universities who have been promoted from polytechnic to university. And we represent and we take knowledge partnership from Indian universities. And in agriculture, now focusing on agriculture, we have about 16,000 acres on a perennial river bank, in which we are planning an in-grower scheme where the local community would be trained, and it will be a replica of the Delta rice farms of Vietnam, where all the basic development would be done by our company. And farmers, the trained farmers whom we name them as agripreneurs, would be working on the farm. We also work with various universities in Ghana who are our academia partner. They bring their students there. The system is they have a 3 semester where the third semester the students work with the community. So we utilize that also, and we work along with the universities to train the students. We also have developed a platform which is AI and IoT enabled, which would be a link from the investor to the off-taker. So it is, we are trying to integrate it. We have started the pilot project with 244 women farmers. We are working exclusively on women farmers also. It is called She Farms. They originate from Mauritius. We work with them. So these are various initiatives we are in. And now in India, we are looking at partnering with the various agri entities and mainly the universities where we could bring Ghanaian students to study, or we could take the knowledge back where they can work with the Ghanaian universities to educate the students over there, or short-term training for farmers for specific crops. Because most of the crops we grow are already tied up for buyback. We don't do perishables as of now. We do grains. We are focusing on grains, and we do the processing, sorting, and processing, semi-processing, and supply to the brands, various brands we supply. So that is our small profile from back in Ghana, and I'm happy to represent First World Community in West Africa, where we have some of the agendas lined up, like working with the SMEs. We are in the process of setting up a startup incubation center there, which will include many universities from Ghana and various government departments also, and Chamber of Agribusiness from Ghana, and so SME Ghana. They are all part of this initiative. Hopefully, by end of this year, we would have crystallized the plan and taken forward. Thank you. Nice giving me the opportunity to share my experiences. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
madam.
Salai Manikam. And she has also facilitated 7 Ghanaian universities recently before the COVID, brought all those universities to Chennai and signed an MOU with the IIT Tech Park, SRM, and also with the Manipal University. And also she has facilitated PhD for the Ghanaian universities in SRM. I think a lot of pioneering efforts have been taken by Salai Manikam between Ghana and India. And one more point I would like to add with what our Dr. Shekhar was talking on the food is our Indian traditional food, idlis and the rice water has been acknowledged as health food of the American Nutrition Association. I think this is a good point I would like to also add. So thank you, Salai, and thank you, Partha,
Thank
for
you, sir. I would
bringing
like to add that VIT is a key partner with us. We have about 20 faculty members doing PhD in VIT now. And this year we are 20 more faculty members are coming. This is part of the capacity building for the Ghanaian universities. And luckily we bring in students to do engineering and various sector in Ghana, from Ghana to India. 10 students have completed from SRM Andhra Pradesh University, and they have come back last. That was the first set of students who had completed engineering and are back in Ghana. Thank you.
Just a small comment. Based on our Ministry of External Affairs request, I have written a book for Indo-Africa. This is a $100 billion plan, which had a forward note by the Union Minister himself, and where we are saying that how India can have $100 billion of export between India and Africa. And of course, since you are specializing in Ghana, Ghana becomes one of the 54 countries which will play an active role, and agriculture also playing a role throughout Africa. Of course, the book is on all Africa put together, but for each country also we have computed what can happen, how it can happen, why it should happen, and what are strategies we should adopt to say that, because Africa should be our normal partners. To Africa, we have to look at different from the way we are looking at advanced countries. Africa also has got a lot of things where we can complement, where we can get a foothold for many things. Because like whatever India was to other countries, today India being a developed country, India can use Africa as our partners in terms of the actual implementation. So with that, I think whatever Manikam can take advantage and go forward, would be too glad to be of any use. Thank you. But good work.
As you rightly said, it is a natural partnership we have with Africa because we have many similarities, even traditionally and culturally. There are many similarities between them. There was a conference done by the High Commissioner of Ghana few years back, which is South-South relationship. So we had scholars from all over West Africa who attended it. So South-South relationship is something we are working towards. That's what initiated our process. And First World Community is now actively trying to focus on certain areas and streamline those activities.
So Ghana is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. It comes in the top 5, and they are used the drone technology to reach medicines. I think they are the first.
Blood donation also.
Yeah.
For blood donation and medicine to reach remote where drone technology is being utilized.
Yes.
And it is the headquarters of AFTA, sir, African Free Trade Network. Ghana is the headquarters, and Google has selected Ghana as its headquarters in Africa. So Ghana is one friendly and very welcoming country for all investors, and it is a very good 70% of their commodities are being imported. So one is the trade itself, the other is the manufacturing units, the smaller ones. We are not talking about big corporates. The SME sector to grow. One of the things we are analyzing is where the small SMEs here in India could associate with SMEs in Ghana for new technologies from here, which could be once you are manufacturing or assembling in Ghana, the African free trade comes in place where you save on lot of duties and taxes across borders.
Thank you very much, Madam. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
your
sir.
thorough insight. As a part of India's...
Partha sir, you are in mute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Madam Saleh Manikam, for your thorough insight and how the Indo-African relationship could be taken up further. As a part of India Startup 360's initiative, we will be very much interested to work very closely because we have a startup ecosystem where we combine people across this platform, and every month we have an event as an expo, digital expo. I'll share the coordinates. Maybe you can also have a look at it and spread the links over there. Due to very popular demand, and we have decided to extend the expo for another couple of days. From 15th, it will be open till 17th of August. So I'll share the coordinates through Vignesh. You can have a look at it. In the month of October or November, we are planning an international trade fair on this India Startup 360 forum itself. So in case there is any synergy, we are open to it. And we have our counterpart from UK. Dev, are you there? Or you have gone to sleep again? Because he is coordinating with most of the European countries and UK. So we'll share the details with you, and maybe in case any synergy, we'll be definitely happy to work with you. I think now the forum is now it is set for the Q&A. Any question and answers? Any interaction anybody would like to have? Maybe you can share the views over here. Yes, Dev, can you unmute and then say a few words to Madam Saleh Manikam about the International Trade Fair? You are on mute, Dev. Yeah.
Hi, Partha. Hi, everyone, and thank you very much. Partha, you're doing lot of initiatives, and we will support. And as you know, we got international dignitaries and very experts on the domain, which we can do, and particularly on agri-tech and like connecting exporters to the globe. We will start to do something by September end. We need some time to promote. Basically, this initiative is our Indian exporters are exporters in Tamil Nadu to export their products and service abroad. Particularly with we had a talk with Saleh Manikam Madam earlier, and we plan to do something. Basically, exporters in in Tamil Nadu can export to say Ghana. So we got lot of products from Tamil Nadu can be exported, and similarly, like now from Ghana, a lot of things can be exported to other part of the world. So particularly Indians who used to be very good in trade in earlier days, okay, which we lost the glory in the recent past. So we can bring that back by connecting. So there are a lot of domain experts are there in our area, which will try to manipulate and like bring it to our fellow people to export and import. Yeah, we'll do that in by end of September. We'll plan for exporters domain, and then probably we do more of other areas of business later. Partha.
Thank you, Dev, for your wonderful words. I think Dr. Dhyaneshwar is still there around. So any quick words from you, Dr. Vakchure? Any quick views or maybe suggestions how this platform can be taken up further?
Yes, sir. Recently, I just heard about Ghana. Really, many of the entrepreneurs, they are exporting their products in India also, like cashew nut and these things, raw material. So it can be have a good international cooperation and business strategies with taking some initiative through the exporters and importers, because here in agriculture in India, lot of many fruits from Maharashtra, that is grapes and these things are exported in Ghana, but another products like pomegranate, banana, these can be exported. This platform will be helpful for the development of agriculture sector worldwide, and definitely it will be a great initiative taken in future through this platform.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Just to for the benefit of the viewers, I would like to mention over here. Say this pandemic has given rise to this platform that we have tried our level best to bring everybody together, especially the produce and the entrepreneurs and innovators from the rural background, because there is huge potentiality over there where people need a little bit of nurturing and also a little bit of garnishing, and we try to provide everything under one single roof. We talk about mentor, money and market. So it's our earnest effort to put forth the things together and bring all the communities together. That is how we got associated with the First World Community. I am thankful to Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar from bottom of my heart for the wonderful support he has extended, and he has ensured that people across the globe come into the event and then take part in this. So we are equally motivated and encouraged by the kind gesture of Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, and we do every month almost on a different theme. Last month it was in the format of artificial intelligence, and of course this is on AgriTech, and our upcoming event is most probably on the FinTech and EduTech. We are working very closely with Equitas Bank, and they are planning to launch one acceleration program called EquiTech. So we are talking at a very high level for the synergy, and we would definitely like to take it further so that the benefit of the funding opportunities can reach the farmers and any regional manufacturer or startups for that matter. And we have the good-hearted people like Dr. P. Shekhar and everybody coming forth and helping us. So we are really overwhelmed by the response, and we are definitely looking forward to do much more events like this. So any suggestions or any queries from the audience, we are definitely willing to take it up.
Thank you, Partha, for your wonderful leadership. I would say the choice of speakers you have picked up and the topics you have selected, and we are only an adjunct or a partner in what you have been doing. The actual lead has come from you, and we are very happy. All the 3 days you have put up a very vibrant show and attracted the attention of the people. There are a lot of many key takeaways to the people, and only the boot camp has to be more structured so that the young students community can be motivated and more agripreneurs can be developed. And the way you have coined the leap, the leap is of course has been a creation of FWC, but taking it to the livelihood empowerment and this kind of a direction, which is very, very popular, and also giving a meaningful um, angle to the development of villages. That is where we said one Nammalwar or one Anna Hazare can ignite a village. If all the villages can be taken care of by the people from those villages, India will be a harmonious country, and village economy has to be given the topmost importance. And there is no point in claiming that we have grown, GDP has grown this much and that much, without making or seeing a farmer in poverty and pushing him to the brink of suicide. So with this, AgriTech has drawn the attention of many people and eminent speakers, attention of the people all over India and also internationally. The farm sector cannot be written off, and that is what this AgriTech has given the importance, due importance, redeeming the lost glory of agriculture. That's what this 3-day event has emphasized, and rightly there are a lot of takeaways, and we are very happy Partha has combined or made this event very vibrant, and I'm very, very thankful for active participants who has given a lot of insights into agriculture. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Without any participant or audience, no event has got any meaning. So you are instrumental in bringing the meaningful crowd. When I say crowd, the audience, of course, on the online front, so many people are coming and visiting. And as of today, I see more than 8,000 people have thronged the expo, and they have visited almost all the part. And the wrong notion of the people that okay, none of the virtual events can attract people. I always say that yes, if what you are giving the stuff is worth it, definitely people will definitely utilize it, and the takeaways will be there. So I am really heartened and to see the encouragement and the overwhelming support from every all part of the life. So I am thankful to everybody. So any audience have any queries or any specific?
With the permission of Ashok Shah, Dr. Ashok Shah and Partha, I would give few suggestions, sir. Dr. Murugesan speaking. Is it audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible,
Yeah,
Dr.
please go ahead.
As rightly said, all our eminent delegates rightly said, when we have been working on that, agriculture should not be separated from any industry development. That is the one we are working on, the consolidation of land, consolidation of human resource, and upgradation of our skill, value, and attitude, for which the initiative of the First World Community and IS 360 of Partha, it has to be expanded, and we need to work the consolidation, and also we need to work on the superfood, which is having highly value from especially South India to the other European countries, which we have been working. In one part, even Chandrasekhar also is the part of this, and let us work on that, sir. We are ready to support. As part of that, only the Indian Organic Farm Association formed, and I'll be quoted in as a president of that organization. Definitely, we do the best, sir. Thank you very much for all of you, and especially for Sri Ashok Kumar, sir, and Partha, sir, even Madam Ghana, our Pudukkottai, our native sister, and she has been doing a lot of work, and we have been having contact with her, and we have been working with her also. Definitely the Indo-Japan, Ghana relationship, Sri Lanka, like that, we can do a lot of good work, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for kind words. So, anyone else would like to add something? I could see Mr. Anantharaman
Good
from.
afternoon, sir. I'm Anantharaman from
Yes, yes.
Sivagangai.
Please unmute your camera, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Very good morning and good afternoon to everybody. A very nice sessions. And Mr. Partha, you have made the celebrities to appear through video, and we are very much surprised to meet them virtually and interact with them. And very nice podium we have made. Congratulations. And I think all miracles will happen through this digital medium. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Ashok Kumar ji, very nice meeting
Yes.
you.
Thank you, Anandraman. Very nice meeting you. We will.
I'm a retired IOB manager and retired but not tired. And I want to do my justice to the society after retirement.
Definitely, we will make use of your expertise and connect to the. We will see how the agri community can be developed through your knowledge and experience.
Yeah,
And we
I'm
also
joining
have.
you. I'm joining you all.
Most welcome. We are very happy. We will expand the community more. And we have one IT expert who has come into the agri field. Sridhar, he has got an excellent product called Bogar. From the TCS, he has come into agriculture. Can you have your comments, Sridhar?
Absolutely, Dr. Ashok. First of
Please
all,
unmute yourself,
thank
sir.
you.
Please unmute your camera.
I may not be in a great costume.
Costume doesn't matter. Please rotate your. Please rotate your.
I think farmer's costume is more welcome.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Ashok. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to attend this kind of fantastic forum. There is a great saying where outcomes don't come because of the importance that we attach to the outcomes. Rather, it comes because of the importance that we attach to the networking. This was a great networking forum, right? I'm a new kid on the block, but I learned a lot of things in the last 3 days. And I feel really proud to talk in a forum where my role models, Dr. Ashok, Dr. Saleh Manikam, are also present. In the last 3 days, what I understood is that it is not difficult for someone like me, who is part of IT, to come into an area like agriculture, because there are plenty of aspects where an IT professional can contribute towards agriculture also. As an example, I can quote, yesterday there was a presentation where someone was talking about how CMI level 5 can be brought into agriculture so that we can see better results in agriculture. Likewise, myself and my partner, who is also there in this call, Mr. Bharat, we have been thinking about how agile methodology can be brought into agriculture so that we see better outcomes than what we are seeing today in agriculture. On the whole, it was a fantastic learning experience. Again, a new kid on the block, but I'm only very hopeful and confident that as I move forward, I also become an expert in this area. Thank you very much for the opportunity given, Dr. Ashok and others, including Mr. Patsal.
Thank you. I think one observation I would like to make is many of the IT professionals are, they say they have achieved the financial excellence. They have achieved, seen the world. They have globe trotted, and finally, they say we would like to be a farmer. So across many IT professionals and from the many countries I have seen, what you would like to do. He says, I want to be a farmer, an organic farmer. So invariably, I have seen, and I was analyzing why so much of maturity and so much of excellence. They have seen the world inside out, and after that, why they should come pick up farming and agriculture. Then it dawned to me in like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says Arjuna, he says, I am in present. Arjuna asks, where are you?
He says, I am present in the month Madangalil Nan Margari. And in the color, he says, I am the black color. So like that, he has been describing, and he says, I am the fragrance of the soil. So the whatever you do, once you are attracted to the Mother Earth, so that is what gives the satisfaction to people. So satisfaction that I have contributed to quench the hunger of the people. I have done something, and the way you have grown organically the vegetables, and then when you start eating, consuming that from your own garden, so it gives an immense satisfaction. And also when you share it with others, your joy is doubled. So the oldest known profession to mankind is agriculture, and people are returning back to it, having seen many types and seeing the world. And they am happy that many IT people are coming back and then enriching their knowledge. The technology is being brought to agriculture, and agriculture is given the due importance, and that is where we are progressing. And AgriTech rightly has brought in many technology people and given them the platform to enhance the agriculture today. And rightly, Shekhar has given the title Secured Agriculture with the modern technology for the economic growth. So I think overall, people, it has made a different impact, and I'm sure uh, IT professional like Sridhar and many, I think Babu from Singapore, who is an AI technology person. So many of them have joined in this forum and celebrating the success of organic farming. So I think this program has been well brought out and well uh, orchestrated by Partha. I think, as he was telling, more and more agri-based projects will be on the way, and will a separate program with Africa, and a separate program with Japan, so and Canada and so on, a specific country where the countries each and geographical resources can be augmented with our own agripreneurs of India. Many joint ventures can come between these two countries so that our GDP grows higher, and we are in some way or other, AgriTech is responsible for such vast economic growth. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, for your kind words. So as a key takeaway of this session, I would again like to reiterate that at India Startup 360, our effort is to bring in all the communities together, because I strongly believe that only communities can grow together, not businessmen. Businessmen will definitely have some sort of competition or enmity or competition or whatever it is. But when it comes to the question of community, can somebody there please mute your mic? So, as a community, only things can definitely grow, and we have seen it say from our first event in June 2020, where it was a very trial and error method. We have we have improvised the technology, we have improvised, and more people have started joining us, and they have felt the importance of joining together and doing such events. And it is quite evident that the way Mr. Mayank Gandhi has put forward his proposal to work the banana plantation along with the vetiver plantation of Dr. C.K. Ashok Kumar, and of course the Mr. Shankar Rammurthy of Frijoscan doing project there in Jharkhand, going away from Tamil Nadu and doing things over there, and how Madam Salai Manikam doing wonders there in a place like Ghana from Pudukkottai. So this is a typical example that how people can synergize together and grow together. So with this happy note, we are just closing away this first session of day 3, the Independence Day celebration. We will be back at 2:30 along with a vibrant session with Dr. Mr. Selvam IAS and also a group of delegates from Vettiware and also under the leadership of Mr. Kriba Murugesan. So please do join us at 2:30 p.m. IST for our next session. Till such time, signing up from India Startup 360 along with the First World community. Thank you and thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, CK, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bata, sir. Thank you, all members.